Hey guys, Shubsonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 20 of the Milan Career Mode. In the first game of this episode, we take on Pescara away from home in Serie A, looking to continue our good start to the Serie A season. But unfortunately, we are looking also to bounce back from our 2-0 defeat to Club Brugge away in Belgium in the last game in the last episode in the Champions League. Anyway, so we take on lowly Pescara here away from home. We'll be expecting to win this game. We are joint top, I should say, of Serie A right now going into this game, so we'll be confident of getting a result. Pescara have the first chance of the game here with the Pescara man here running down the left wing, cutting inside, shooting, and Donnarumma would make the save in the end to keep it at 0-0, as the side in blue cannot break the deadlock. And then, following that, we would have a corner here, swung in by Suso, in towards the middle. Rugani would head it on, it would go wide of the post, though. And then Baloshi would slide through Federico Cartabia here, would turn inside into his left foot, go past his man, Federico Cartabia would shoot, and Federico Cartabia would score to make it Pescara 0, Milan 1, on the stroke of half-time as the Argentine playmaker makes it 1-0 to the Rossoneri with that deft left foot finesse shot here. As he turns onto his left, goes round the man here and just slots it into the bottom corner past the Pescara goalkeeper to make it 1-0 to Milan, as we would put ourselves in front in the driving seat just on the stroke of half-time. My manager obviously happy about that. And it would also be Pescara 0, Milan 1 at half-time. Into the second half then, and we would come forward here. Slide the ball in towards Arkadiusz Milik, who would turn to his left foot, find Belotti. Belotti, with the first time shot, would find the top corner to make it Pescara 0, Milan 2, with 15 minutes to go in the game, as the number 19 celebrates doubling our lead here, and surely, with 15 minutes to go, sealing us 3 points here. Set up by Milik, his strike partner, just the first time left foot shot right into the top corner. It was his weaker left foot as well for Belotti. The keeper didn't even move, he knew it was going in. The minute he hit it, and Belotti does make it 2-0. And then later on, we get a corner here with Suso in towards the middle. He'll be headed away as far as Romagnoli, who would find Jose Mauri off the bench, who would shoot, but it'd be saved by the Pescara goalkeeper. And from the resulting corner, it'd be swung in by Suso, in towards the centre, towards Poljors and Tep, and the header would also go behind, save for a corner. And then for the final chance of the game, De Chilio would find Jose Mauri here, who would have the shot from far out, but it would be saved by the Pescara goalkeeper, as it would finish Pescara 0, Milan 2, as we pick up the 3 points in the end. So following that, some player training here for the three guys, Giannakos and Mauri. The guys were training as well as our youth goalkeeper, Kyriakou, who's now 70 overall, you see there. And as you see, nobody increasing in overalls quite yet. And then for the second game of this episode, guys, we take on Torino at home in the Serie A, in the San Siro course, as we face the Turin side, looking to continue our form on the back of that victory against Pescara. And we would look for a good result in this game. So I would take on Torino here.
Well, with the defensive outlook that Milan have had, they're very hard to beat, very hard to even penetrate to get a chance against them.
Well, some people call this side boring, but not for me, because they just love their clean sheets, don't they?
So you see there, we're the best defensive team in the league right now. 0 goals conceded. Coming into this game against Torino, we hadn't conceded a single goal in the league. Our only goals conceded in any game would have been those 2 goals away in Belgium in the last game in the last episode. Anyway, Torino would have the first chance of this game here as Milosevic picks up the ball. The shot is blocked, comes to Abel Hernandez, who shoots. It goes wide of the post, however, as the Uruguayan misses the target, and it would be Milan 0, Torino 0 at half-time. Into the second half then, we get a corner here, swung in by Montalivo, in towards the centre. We come to Gomez, and his shot would eventually come to Belotti, who puts it wide from 2 yards. In case you're wondering, guys, I do play a weaker team in this game. I'm resting some names for a midweek Champions League game against Porto, which you will see as the last game of this episode. Anyway, Torino come forward again here in the 90th minute. Martinez picked up the ball on the right wing. He would cut it back inside. Lalic would shoot. Lalic would score as in the final minute Adam Jalic makes it Milan 0, Torino 1, as Torino almost certainly seal the 3 points in what will more than likely be our first defeat of the season in the league, as Torino, they leave it late, but in the end it was great. Haha, that rhymes. As Lalic with the shot outside of the penalty area, just about, the number 10, finds the bottom corner, no chance of Donnarumma there. Unfortunate to concede in the 90th minute, but that's how things happen, and we do end up losing the game 1-0 in the end. We get an international match off from the Czech Republic there, which we also do reject. And another bit of player training following like here against Torino. Disappointing, yes. Torino were the better team, though. We had very few chances in the entire game, and I think Torino were full value for their victory in the end. And we can't really complain about it. Anyway, for the third and final game at today's episode, guys, we would take on Porto at the San Siro in the Champions League, and looking to bounce back following our defeat to Club Brugge in their last Champions League game, as we take on the Portuguese side here, who also in their first game were beaten by Manchester United. So two teams who have lost their first game. Well,
you've picked a couple of players for us to have a look at today. Tell us their thinking.
Well, they've both been on good form. They really have. They've made a difference to their teams over the last few weeks, so that might be the case again here.
So you see there Martin Tyler and Alan Smith talking about Arkadiusz Milik and Andre Silva as a player to watch for each of the two teams, and we'll see how those two men get on in this game, which you will see in a second. But yeah, Porto, having lost to Manchester United in their first game, as desperate for a win in the second game as we were. Anyway, Porto would have a chance here with that man having a shot. It would come eventually to Quintero from some terrible defending, and Quintero would make it Milan 0, Porto 1, after less than half an hour into the game, as the Portuguese side take the lead here. Really terrible defending from us here, as Romagnoli basically gives it to Quintero, who taps into the empty net. It would be Milan 0, Porto 1 at half time. So it would be on the back foot trying to find an equaliser here. Malik finds Paul George in tap, who cuts back inside with the shot in towards Belotti with the cross, and Belotti makes it Milan 1, Porto 1, as a former Torino man equalises for Milan here, as Paul George in tap picks up the ball on the left hand side, crosses into the box, low down. Belotti comes in with the sliding foot, and that sliding foot meets the ball and puts it past Iker Casillas to make it 1-1, as the 23, I believe, year old equalises for the Rossoneri in his first goal in the Champions League campaign, or our first goal as a team. Following that, then Paul George and Tep would find Belotti here, who would shoot. It would be saved by Iker Casillas, however, as we failed to take the lead here, and as the former Real Madrid goalkeeper denies Andrea Belotti. And then from this corner here, Suso would swing the ball into the middle. It would come out as far as De Chilio, who would shoot, but it would be saved by Casillas, as again the Spanish goalkeeper prevents us from taking the lead here. As a great performance from the former Real Madrid man, of course, former Real Madrid captain, now playing with Porto. And we would have another chance here as Cartavia finds Belotti, who would drill the ball into the box. It would be cleared away by Ricardo, as again Porto stopping us here, as you get a replay from that earlier save from CS. And Paul George and Tep here would slide in Belotti, who would pull the ball back towards Malik, and Malik would shoot wide of the post as we fail once again to take the lead. We're dominating Porto right now. We just can't take advantage. We were 20 minutes to go here. Paul George and Tep cuts inside into his right foot, crosses into the box. Malik meets it with the header, and with the flick of the head, Arkadiusz Milik makes it Milan 2, Porto 1. 20 minutes to go, we take the lead at the San Siro against Porto, as the Polish striker Milik gets yet another goal this season to make it 2-1 to Milan, as Intep yet again sets it up with the cross. This time it's headed past Iker Casillas, deftly, with a little flick of the head going backwards. It goes over the head of Iker Casillas, and it's 2-1 to Milan, as the €35 million man Arkadiusz Milik opens his Champions League account for this season with that fantastic header. And following that, we have a chance to seal our victory here with less than 10 minutes to go. Arkadiusz Milik here, sliding the ball out towards Suso here, who turns inside, gets fouled, and the referee points to the spot for a penalty, as we have a chance to make it 3-1 and surely seal the 3 points with 5 minutes to go here, as the Porto defender there trips up Suso, definite penalty, and it would be Arkadiusz Milik who would step up and take it with a chance to double our lead here, and he does just that as Arkadiusz Milik powers the ball into the back of the net to make it Milan 3, Porto 1, and surely puts on our way to 3 points in the Champions League. Much needed after A, that defeat to Porto in the last game, and B, that defeat to Club Brugge in the last Champions League game, as Arkadiusz Milik, the former Napoli man, gives Milan the 3-1 lead here. From that penalty, he's hugged by all his teammates there, sends Iker Casillas the wrong way here, as he powers it into the bottom corner, Milik, with that left foot of his, as he shows once again why he was definitely worth that €35 million price tag. And my manager obviously elated, as we are surely now on our way to 3 points. And I'm just keep repeating myself, don't I? I'm terrible at this commentary. I hate myself. Anyway, Milik makes it 3-1, and the game just finished Milan 3, Porto 1. So anyway, guys, that more or less brings to a close the 20th episode of the Milan Mode. As you see here, 5th place in the league we are right now with 5 games gone. Only 2 points off the lead, though. It's still a very early stage in the league. It doesn't really matter at this stage where we're at. And in the Champions League, we are joint second behind Club Brugge on the head-to-head ruling, as we are on 3 points. So anyway, that brings to a close this episode, guys. In the next episode, we will face Empoli, as well as Kiev Verona and Manchester United. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Milan Career Mode very soon.